Mark, it's lovely to meet you.
And you?
Thanks for chatting to us today. Can you tell us a little bit about Sebastian, your character, and where he fits into the world of Grimsby?
He is a government operative involved with Black Ops, and he's been trained to within an inch of his life and is apparently the best that Ian McShane has ever trained. So he's a kind of super government assassin kind of thing.
Agenty type person.
Exactly, an agent, cold-hearted, knows how to get rid of the bad guys. And he's the brother of Sacha's character called Nobby, and they've been separated when they were kids and have rediscovered each other later in life.
In your career, you seem to be quite drawn to spy roles, whether it's comedic in this one or dramatic. What is it? Is it some sort of weird convoluted audition process to become a real spy? Is this a lifelong ambition, or what is it about these films that you enjoy so much?
To be honest with you, they find me. I mean, there was a period when I was playing villains a lot, and everyone was, "Wow, you're doing lots of villains," but they were coming my way, and it just seems that spies have been happening ever since I did Body of Lies and played the head of the Jordanian Secret Service. I remember going on TV and somebody saying to me, "So, this drone technology, is it really real?" I mean, I don't know. I'm only an actor. I'm not a real spy.
I'm not actually in charge of the Jordanian secret intelligence.
And of course, the difficult thing about spies is you can't research anything because it's all secret.
They're pretty good at their jobs.
Right, yeah. So we're all making it up as we go along.
In terms of working with Sacha Baron Cohen, obviously everyone is familiar with his body of work and his iconic characters. Did any of them jump out to you as a particular favourite before you met him, before you knew him?
Ali G was my favourite because I didn't know who he was, and I also thought it was incredibly rude, and I just couldn't quite believe that people were falling for this guy and that he was managing to get away with it. I thought it was incredibly brave comedy, but they're all amazing.
What about any more follow-up work to The Guard or any more Irish projects? Because that's still one of the most, if not the most successful Irish film of all time.
It is.
And it's brilliant, so congratulations on that.
I feel very proud to have been involved with it as the honorary Englishman.
Token Englishman in that
exactly.
one, that's what it is.
Yeah. But, interesting you should say that, there's a film coming out called Jadotville, which is an Irish movie. It's about the conflict in the 60s in the Congo between an Irish peacekeeping force and French and Belgian mercenaries. When there was an issue, somebody murdered the Prime Minister there, Tshombe. Lumumba was murdered by a guy called Tshombe, they say, and he threatened to secede this region, Katanga, from the Congo, which had mining interests. So the Irish were chosen by the UN to go out and keep the peace, and there was a massive firefight, and this film is about that.
Interesting. Well, we look forward to that. Just to finish up, a couple of quick-fire questions. When you get recognised in the street, what do people shout at you, or do they shout random things from across the road?
They tend not to shout at me. They'll come up and say that they like my work, but everybody's quite fond of, they're very fond of Archie and his slap and from Rock and Roller. But the other day in New York, when I've just been doing a play on Broadway, I was just strolling along and I heard a guy go, "Mark Strong," and I turned around. He was getting into a cab about 30 yards away. He went, "Keep up the good work." So Perfect. That's what tends to get shouted at me, and that's always welcome.
Congratulations on that in New York, actually, because I know that's just come to a finish, and that's another part of your life. It's sort of just finished up. You must be, well, I suppose, mixed emotions having it went so well, but I suppose it's all behind you now.
Yeah, literally last night. I mean, it's at the end of a 2-year journey. We started at the Young Vic, went to the West End, and then Broadway over the course of 2 years. And the irony is that this film, Grimsby, has literally run neck and neck with it, because the day I finished at the Young Vic in 2014, the following day, I started work on Grimsby, and having been, the great tragic hero of Eddie Carbone of A View from the Bridge, the following day I was standing in a doorway with Sacha pissing on my leg.
Yeah, that's perfect partners, I think, Grimsby and Arthur Miller, most definitely. And finally, what one film have you watched more than any other, do you think?
Probably, it's got to be a toss-up between Spinal Tap and With Nell and I.
Spinal Tap, a lot of people go for that, all right?
It's hysterical.
Yeah. Well, Mark, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. Congratulations on all the work and best luck in the future.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thank you.